Stop calling it a farseer. It's cringe. Farseer is a term that makes the average person giggle and have bouts of laughter due to its unhandy nature. It sounds like something out of the game Fallout and not pertaining to anything in real life. Please, call it a screen. What's on the screen today? Screen is a superior term which can come from the Thede root skirm. Anyone who objects saying screen is a French term for escren, listen closely to these words. Escren comes from Dutch scherm, which comes from the Germanic skirm anyways, and that's that. It is perfectly reconstructing in this way. Now I will explain exactly why screen is superior to farseer. The key here is variation. You go to a movie theater, I saw a film on the big screen today, versus I saw a film on the farseer today. You have run into an issue. Clearly you weren't seeing very far ahead using words like farseer. Screen is a more adapting word allowing for sizing. Big farseer works, but is simply clunkier than big screen, which is both shorter, easier to understand, and also had real modern dealings. You can then say, I saw a show on the small screen today, instead of I saw a show today on the farseer. The wording conveys volumes more information than farseer affords, and I ask that you drop such eyesore-ish terminology, for it is ear-sore-ish as well. Similarly, I ask you to minimize dealings with the word brook or brooking in replacement of the word use. It is a word which screams old to a great deal of people when used this way. There are some circumstances in which I genuinely believe I have not found an appropriate alternative, and so I see the word brook as acceptable, but it should not be the main term used to replace the word use. Most people either view it as a name or a part of a body of water, not in terms of being wieldy. There are real terms that already replace this outdated word. English, what's the use? Versus Anglish, what's the need? Versus outdated show player talk, what's the brook? English, can I use this when you're done? Versus Anglish, can I handle that when you're done? Versus outdated show player talk, can I brook that when you're done? English, I had to use a rusty knife to open this can. Versus Anglish, I had to deal with a rusty knife to open this can. Versus outdated show player talk, I had to brook a rusty knife to open this can. Sometimes the word brook works better than any others, but it's exceedingly rare. This is why I say to minimize its use instead of outright rid ourselves of the word. Also, the word name known. Name known sounds so tacky and outdated. We already have a term for this, everyone. Well known. It's not just about a name-known show player, which is just tacky, outdated show player talk. There are well-known show players. Well known. That is a completely and utterly modern-sounding way of phrasing it. Please use that instead. It seems a great deal of all the Anglish out there is not English at all, rather outdated show player talk being onlooked as Anglish. If Anglish is to ever take off, outdated show player talk needs to be left behind. We are making a modern Anglish for the advancement of the future unity, not for the purpose of sounding needlessly complicated and old.